Brosplay!
Alright, bro, let's get chilly.
Whoa! You can't make it. What the fuck was that? I think I just saw it into space time.
That's what's beyond the wall.
Lil penguin.
Lil penguin.
Oh! I didn't know about that.
Yeah, how would you spell Lil? Like...
Lil.
Okay, and
but it's an abbreviation, so in fairness, that is actually the correct way to do it.
I wonder if you can take the slide down.
That's what you're supposed to do.
No, the
Oh,
the house,
the Come on, Mario, figure it out, man. What are you doing?
The snow is kind of weird.
It's fucky.
It's very
no, Mario.
Oh no!
Yahoo! Yes, Yahoo yourself, you fucking clod.
Yippee!
I really wish this would stop.
You clod! Might be one of my favorite lines in Simpsons. I don't even remember who he said it to.
Marge, I think.
He might have. I do remember this other episode where Marge develops a gambling problem. And he just goes, you remember when I did this thing? Well, it doesn't matter because you have a gambling problem. Just like screaming it in her face. Apparently this generation's Simpsons is Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
like that's, I don't know if I feel the same way about it because it's not nearly as family friendly.
It's quite satirical. I'll give it that.
I watched this one episode of Rick and Morty that kind of fucked me up. And it's where, this is really annoying actually, this penguin.
Isn't it like...
It's endearing.
Isn't that just slavery with more steps?
Sorry, what?
Have you seen that episode?
The Simpsons?
No, the Rick and Morty episode.
No. Or maybe I have. That line is familiar, but I couldn't...
It's like Rick makes a civilization inside of his battery for his car.
Oh.
And they
so that they can power it.
They power it, yeah. And he's just like they're not slaves. They just they work for energy, and if they to make me energy, and if they don't, they die. They die. And he's like, that's just slavery with more steps. But then they find out that there's another civilization inside of that civilization powering that one
that is enslaved by the mini one.
Yeah, so then Rick is like, isn't that just slavery with more steps? And the guy's like, no. And then they find there's another one.
Jeez.
And the one guy at the very end is voiced by like Justin Roiland without like any like voice acting to it. Like it's just like actually what he sounds like. And he's like, I'm inside of a civilization powering a civilization powering a civilization. And he
just can't take it.
Sorry, anyway, what were you saying?
We're supposed to race a penguin here, aren't you?
I'm actually just so zoned into this right now that I'm not even paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing.
So go back to the top, because you got to go to the slip sliding away, and then there's a penguin in there.
Back to the top.
No, use the portal, you dink.
There's a secret, and dink is a derogatory term for Viet Cong.
What?
Yes. Woo!
Whoa.
It is.
Mario's doing some goose
It's totally a real thing. It's up there with the G word.
The G word?
The G-O-O-K word.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. The more you know about the world, the less you wish you knew about the world.
Often.
Yes.
So the episode that really messed me up from Rick and Morty was the one where, I don't remember what they did to their own universe. I believe they turned everyone into ants or something like that. Like they turned everyone into a creature of some sort. And so they had to abandon their own reality. So what they did is they went to a different dimension in which Rick and Morty die. And then they buried the bodies and took over for them. And just Morty's sitting there at the end with that like mortified look on his face, which is maybe why they called him Morty.
No, it's because the whole thing was a parody originally.
Go in there. Go in there. Go in there.
It's because the entire thing was actually Justin Roiland just shitting on... he made like a super quick animation and voiced the characters and was making fun of Back to the Future.
Oh,
It was Doc and Marty.
So it's Rick and Morty.
And got turned into Rick and Morty.
Okay, that's cute.
Cute?
Yeah, it's cool and cute, I guess.
Nice.
At the same time.
Well done, Coot.
Yeah, it's cute.
You hear me, Coot?
it's just that I remember finishing it and thinking that my worldview has just been changed.
Yeah.
It messed me up, man. I thought about that for a long time.
Yes, those episodes actually make you think. It's really interesting. The episode where like they managed to make some hilarious and also also really funny statements about so many like issues that we talk about. Like the episode with the unity, the unified consciousness that takes people over like a zombie, but then controls them entirely like a hive mind. And at the end, and Summer's like, these people are slaves. We have to break them of their servitude, and so they get Unity drunk so that she was that related? Anyway, she loses control of all the people. And they're like, I'm free, like, I used to be a doctor. And the one guy just rips off his shirt. And someone else is like, pointy nipples! And they rip off their shirt, and they have round nipples.
Oh my god, and they start the nipple wars?
And they go back to the nipple war. Like, it's a race war that they've created. Did I just not get the fight? Is he going to give me a star?
Yeah, you gotta go back inside.
Yeah, but basically the idea is that... these characters were actually in the midst of a nipple race war, and that by becoming forced to create a better universe, we're actually creating a better civilization while they were under the control of a hive mind.
Or it kind of reminds me of the Beast of a Billion Backs.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed that. I quite enjoyed the format of Family Guy in movie form. I thought that, well then.
That's such a great cheat. That was such an awesome shortcut.
Oops.
Wow.
It's a me, a Mario.
Holy crap. It's a dangerous race. And talk to him.
There we go.
Oh,
I got disqualified.
Oh my god.
Easy there.
Seriously though, best shortcut. That was pretty amazing.
That was pretty incredible.
So you guys take the star and
No.
save. Are you just gonna game over us?
No. Have you not been paying attention?
Are you just gonna go back and re?
Yeah.
Re?
I'm Rian. Oh, there's a little.
Could you seriously just bring that one down to him?
No, it's a special penguin though.
Okay.
Also,
That's like one of those decoys. It's like in Sunshine. You have to bring a big watermelon, and there's only one watermelon big enough, but they put all these decoys all over the place. So you're like, is this big enough? And he tells you to go fuck off, and then you bring, is this big enough? And then he just shreds it into juice.
So look.
You wanted the biggest. You wanted the biggest watermelon in the world so you could make juice. You suck.
Look what I just discovered.
Is that a kick?
Yeah. Followed by a slide. Whatcha? Isn't that cool?
See, this actually bothers me because why didn't all this functionality exist in Sunshine?
Maybe it did.
No, it didn't.
We didn't know this existed in 64. What makes you so certain that it didn't work in Mario Sunshine?
Because I've pressed all the buttons.
Once wrong, always wrong.
Once, twice, or fuck, once wrong.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you won't fool me again.
Once wrong, twice don't try.
Yeah.
Something like that.
See that?
Oh, I see.
Straight into my dive.
It actually, dude, this is not like the regular slide.
Shit.
Is it?
It's the same, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, you're just turning.
We're the same, but different. Stop going faster than me. You're fucking cheating.
Oh man, he has these real crazy bursts of speed, and I think what he's doing is he's going really slow in the corners and then getting all of his speed on the straightaways.
That would be a smart decision on my part.
It would be a smart decision, but we are not smart people.
Well, I think this is really cool too because they had me do it the first time however I wanted. So I went slow. But I don't have the choice anymore. I don't have that luxury.
I also think it's way cooler to have a penguin you're racing than just a time that you gotta meet.
Yes, that would be lazy.
It would, but it's a very common lazy thing to do. Why are you traveling faster than me on this corner?
He looks so funny from the back too. He's just like a shape of the face.
Looks like a beached whale.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Ah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can beat him. You can beat him right here. Yep. Oh my god, it's stressful. These corners are stressful.
Yes. You just fucking see Mario at the end of the day. He's just like, Peach is like, you alright? He's in the corner. He's just like, ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba.
He's got a whole bottle of wine. Chugging from it.
Okay, buddy. You think you can?
It's so unfair that he just says, all right, ready to go whenever, going. He just jumps.
He's already gone.
And there's even a starter pistol as if you're both standing there like waiting.
Yeah, it's a little violent for Nintendo. I don't think they have gun sounds in the future. Like in future Mario games.
I think they do when you race Piantissimo. I think it still has a starting pistol.
That's a lot of violence.
Don't you think that that's one of those amazing things that has never gone away? We still use starter pistols for races.
Really?
Yeah. It's just the idea that we really couldn't just use like an air horn or a beeper. Like we really have to have a fake gun.
Yeah, an air horn would be great. Although people would be triggered by that.
People aren't going to be triggered by the gun?
No. Because there's history behind it.
Right.
That's how it works.
It's only the more modern history that offends them.
Right. Yeah, it should be like a grenade launcher.
When the grenade hits the ground.
2, 1, thunk.
But you don't go when you hear the thunk. You go when you hear the explosion.
Yes.
You gotta wait.
But it lands in front of them and smokes. So you
have to run through that smoke?
Yeah, you have to run through the smoke. And then...
Yeah, instead of track and field, it's track and field because you gotta go blind.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, grenade, launch and field, grenade and field, field and nade and field.
I like what I said.
Here we go. No, we're developing.
What I said was funny.
We're developing here.
This is improv?
No. Developing is when you work together as writers to make a good idea. So now we've got the core of the concept. Now let's...
Isn't that called ghostwriting?
Ghostwriting is when somebody writes for somebody else from their perspective.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I never actually knew what that meant.
That's the premise of Diane's character in BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, I knew a ghostwriter was someone that would write it for you, but so that's when they say ghostwriter, it's because they write from your perspective, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
BoJack's story would, or his biography would say, and then at age 11 I did this thing, even though Diane is the one writing it.
Okay, because I always thought a ghostwriter was just somebody that wrote it and you didn't give them credit.
No, it's usually it'll usually be like the BoJack Horseman story written by Dan Nguyen.
Right. Okay. So you bring someone like that in when you yourself either don't have the time, the skill, or the desire to do the actual writing.
And most of the times it's the skill.
Yeah, I see
look at
that. It's
that.
hard, man. Writing is not easy.
That's where that goes. That's cool.
There was only 2 coins.
I think so. Yeah, because the sound stops. I'm pretty sure.
That snowman looks so sad.
He's a fucking head.
Such sad snowman. He's the face of snow. Oh my god.
One of the greatest television moments is the huge built-up moment for the face of Bo.
Oh, when I heard that, I paused. I needed to let that sink in.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was such a great scene. That show, I'm
Seasons.
so close to convincing the girlfriend to watch Doctor Who. I'm very excited.
It's a hard sell.
Well, we're gonna stop after season 8 or 9, at a certain point.
I haven't seen past Capaldi. Fucking Mario.
So Capaldi, I believe, is 9, and then in 10 it becomes a woman.
Yes.
And what's interesting is the only person I've heard talk about it is a woman, and she just went, "I hated it. I hated that they did it just for wokeness." So I'm just gonna show her 9 seasons and then we'll call it quits.
That's the problem, is that equality and respect are not the same thing. And just because you force something into that space and say that this is now a female Ghostbusters does not mean that men are going to stop hating women. In fact, you're putting them in a position to be hated even more.
100%, especially with behaviors like that. If you wanna make a Ghostbusters movie and you think that women are the best actresses, go for it, or actors. But if you want to just make a movie specifically to fill it with women, you're actually gonna have the opposite effect. There's gonna be a whole subset of men that are just gonna go, no thank you.
Right.
Without even seeing it, without even giving it a chance.
And I watched Ocean's 8 with an open mind. I was hoping it would be good because I love the Ocean's movies.
Well, and I think the number one problem with that movie had nothing to do with the women that were in it.
No.
The number one problem is it was directionless.
It was lazily written, too.
Exactly. So, like, and that's, there are some instances where I've seen them put actresses in, like, I didn't actually see the, what do you call it? The Ghostbusters? But I've seen other movies where they clearly put female characters in just for the sake of having female characters, and they kind of, like, undermine the story.
Yeah.
But I thought that the characters did well in Ocean's 8. It just didn't feel like an Ocean's movie. That was the problem.
Yeah.
It felt like any other heist movie.
Yeah. And they're also, like... they also did it with, like, Star Wars as Daisy, whatever her name is. And she's... What are the right
you mean
colors?
Rey, right? The girl who plays Rey? Yeah, okay.
Daisy Ridley, I believe, is her name, though.
Ridley.
And her character has no arc, and she has almost no like
development
or what's it called when you like struggle? What's the word for that?
Oh, she has no. Yeah, I know what you mean. Struggle is, I think, an okay term, but she has no challenge.
Yeah, she doesn't have that part where she's. Oh, it's down here, I think.
There's no resistance.
Resistance, yeah. Well,
wow!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Speed run.
I only need one more. And I don't know where it is.
So this is the red coin one, though.
Yeah.
Red coin challenge. Go to the top, and we'll work our way back down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that.
I know. I don't act. Don't just talk to me like a fool.
That is how best.
No, I'm pretty sure the last one is on like the side of the mountain.
The side of the mountain.
Pretty sure. Fuck. Why is that a trigger button? Come on, Nintendo.
That's a trigger button?
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder you said it was gonna happen all the time.
Right there.
I don't see it.
See that? Like right under my hat, right above my hat is like a little like icy thing.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Okay.
I'm way too close.
This is fine.
This is the new. This is the like the new video game thing. Like God of War brought the camera down this fucking close.
I don't understand why you would want to see less.
Yeah, well, like, even Metal Gear Solid 5, when you crouch, you can basically can't see anything when you crouch. It's the weirdest thing. It's like the thing that you want to look at is where your character is. He's like right in front of you.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's very disappointing.
Well, especially because the games never had crouch until the fourth game, and then the fifth game was had a really bad crouching system. Oh, this may not be the thing, but it may be something else. No!
Ah!
Okay, come on. I think they hit that rope and did a backwards backflip.
I thought you did that backflip, but that was just...
I might have. I'm not always in control of myself.
Yes, I know. You've always had behavioral issues.
Yeah, I was a bad boy as a child. One time I got a C.
Yeah, like
and I cried.
Sometimes you'll just yell, "Surprise, motherfucker," out of nowhere.
I've never done that before.
Of course you have.
And the fact that you even would think that I would do that.
Supplies, motherfucker.
There's an Auntie Donna video that, like most of their videos, is a very long burn, I guess if you want to call it like a
slow burn.
Yeah, long burn, whatever.
Hello, tiny cat with a hat. I'm happy that you're here.
Matt with a hat. Matt with a cat with a hat. The whole video, I think it's called "What Do You Think of This?" And he's just like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And it's just like a dead bird. And he's just like, "I sent this to my dad. What do you think of this?" And it's just like, "Fuck off and die." And he's like, "But what do you think of this?" And he's just dancing. "Oh yes, but what do you think of this?" And he's also dancing. And it goes on forever. And one time it's just one of the dances that he says, "What do you think of this?" It just cuts back to Broden. He's just like, "Why the fuck would you think I would like that?" And he's being like held back. He's trying to kill him with a knife. It's just like, it takes so long to get to that joke that I think a lot of people they're just gone at that point.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of attention span most people do not have.
Like Chippy Thief is a good example of their comedy style. It takes the whole episode or the whole video to get to the joke, which is that it's an animated video, and yet certain animated realities don't work, right?
Right, like a bunch of stuff doesn't hurt him, but then one very simple thing, and he's like critically injured.
Yeah, he's just like, yes, hello, a child has eaten a light bulb. Yeah, I don't know why he's done it, yes.
What was the joke you used in your Splinter Cell video?
I think that was 2 jokes. Was that up top?
Oh, yes, it was. And actually, no. Climb from here. Climb from here.
Oops.
Shoot. Oh well.
It was
Wasn't it like I'll toss you?
Yes, tossing people's not the way. I'll toss you not the way.
Yeah, that was it.
And then followed by oh, hello, Broden. How can I help you?
Okay.
Which was actually a separate. It was maybe the same video, but a separate joke.
I think a separate joke.
It's like my favorite part of the video, though. Is I'll toss you not the way.
I'll toss you not the way.
Where's the star?
It's a little ways down.
Little ways down.
It's a little ways down.
I'm quite a big fan of Auntie Donna. I've tried to get them and JonTron into just about every Mitch show.
JonTron, really?
Oh yeah, JonTron he's in the Wolfenstein video when his head gets cut off and then he gets put back on a super soldier body that they stole and he's all good and it's just like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's JonTron. Okay, and I believe you had Donkey in your Spider-Man one, didn't you?
No.
Or then who was the one that was like, I ain't got time for that shit.
It's JonTron. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know he's got to go up still.
Fuck you. I ain't got time.
Man, he really pulls it out. Like he really draws the I ain't got time for that shit.
Yo, yeah, I ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because a lot of JonTron, early JonTron, is he's playing like really old bad games that are just filled with nonsense. So there's so many moments where he's like, "Wah, wah." Fuck, there's this game, and it was made by a guy who did like 18 different things in his life. He was like a marketing exec, a music producer, a writer, and then he one time made a video game called Takeshi's Challenge. And it's just this ridiculous NES game. And one of them, in order to get past a certain part, you have to speak into one of the controllers. And keep in mind, this was like Famicom era gaming. Like nobody was aware that it could do that. And it had to be the second controller.
Like P2? Like it had to be player 2?
Yeah, like the second controller had a microphone on it that you had to yell into it.
What the hell?
And so naturally, his reaction is something like, you have to... There's also a game he played where the real games only worked when you didn't plug in the game cartridge.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, so when you plug in the game... Where am I going?
You gotta get the snowball piece.
Oh, okay. I'm really glad I have you here, because it would be just me running around in circles.
I was just gonna say, you're supposed to be the guide here, bro.
Relatively. This was one of those awkward titles where I'm familiar with it, but not recently.
I see.
I know a lot about it because we played it when we were kids, and then I played it again when I bought it on the Wii U.
On the Wii?
Wii U.
Played the Wii? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Nope, peg.
Really fell quite a ways there.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Probably JonTron and...
Takeshi
guy.
The games that it claims on this on this bootleg system were not in the game until you unplugged the cartridge it came from. The games are on the controller, I think. It was something fucking just so unintuitive. Like, why would you ever know?
Yeah. You want to get that extra life behind you?
I have to follow it back, eh?
Yeah. Did you see it fly off?
Oh, yeah. That's stop it.
Yeah. So it just flew off and went into the abyss. So you'll have to go back to the top to get a new one.
Man says he's familiar with game, fails intensely.
Unable to play game properly.
All caps. Big faces in thumbnail. Excellent video.
Must rewatch.
All right, well, I don't want to waste your time. So we'll be back and we'll do this. We'll be at the top of the mountain next episode. Peace.